Are you running your ways into sore knees, achy low back, and Achilles tendonitis? We need to figure out why that's happening, and better yet, exactly how to fix it. The big thing with running I see is people land with heel strike first. And if you just bounce up and down on your heels really quick for me, you'll feel that shockwave and that tremor of force go right up your entire lower body. It'll go through your ankle, knee, hip, and low back, because when we land hard with our heel, there's no way to absorb force, there's no way to shock absorb and use the foot and ankle as a spring. So what we want to land on is our midfoot. Now that doesn't mean way up on the toes. It means the midfoot, where the mid part of the foot and all the toes are landing at the same time. This allows you to be in a shock absorbing position that will take stress off all the joints of the lower extremity. So we must look to land with the midfoot and not heel strike. You're just working against yourself and you'll cause long-term pain in all the joints above your foot. The second big thing is if you're doing any type of jumping and plyometric, especially box jumps, because there's a ton of Achilles tendon ruptures on the rise. There's a volume that you want to pay attention to. If you're going to do rebound box jumps, and what I mean by that is jumping up on the box, jumping down, landing with 2 feet again, and then immediately jumping, that's called rebounding or plyometric type box jumps. You want to keep your volume to 150 reps or less per week. And if you're not a high-end athlete, you probably want to step down and jump up and step down and jump up. Sometimes the risk reward is simply not there. You also have to consider if you're lifting in lifting shoes where your heel is up or you have a heel raise, that's going to chronically shorten your Achilles tendon. So if you're used to lifting for several hours a week and then you put on a zero drop shoe and go running, or worse yet, do tons of plyos, you can see why your Achilles tendon takes an absolute beating. And we all know just how bad that injury is. That can be an 8 to 12 month recovery if you do rupture that tendon, so take good care of it. The last thing is, if you're taking any antibiotics for bladder infections and UTIs, there is a black box warning that you must know about, where there is a high probability that you can have an Achilles tendon injury, or worse yet, rupture, if you've been using certain types of antibiotics. So if you are on any type of antibiotic and you think it might be interfering with your tendon, definitely double check it with your doctor or shoot me a message, because you want to tailor your exercise around it and make sure that you're pulling way back on Achilles tendon specific demands, because you could be in real trouble if you don't let that antibiotic wash out. That's why the fluoroquinolones, they're known as, are really bad when it comes to tendon degradation. So don't get caught in that either. That said, if you're having Achilles tendonitis, if you're having any sorts of heel pain, or if that tendon's starting to thicken, or you're worried that it's breaking down, shoot me a message, because prolotherapy is the best thing I know when it comes to getting rid of pain in the Achilles tendon, settling it down, and then better anchoring it to the ankle bone. Because once it starts to fray, it's just like a loose thread. It'll just keep getting worse and worse, and eventually snap city. We can avoid snap city, we can keep you moving, we can keep you running, and we can keep you jumping. So send me a message and we'll look at getting that heel pain in Achilles sorted out. Have an awesome day.